Look, I'm not selling my hair, but I just thought I'd make a point. Because sometimes people ask me, "Are you donating your hair? Are you selling your hair?" Or just like, and I guess I shouldn't be offended because people ask me. They're curious. Maybe a lot of people do that, but I think there's a reason women shouldn't do that. Like, first off, if you, for a religious reason, really want to donate your hair for free, or if you want to give it to charity to help a cancer patient, yeah, I totally get that. Those are all great things. But, also, too, there are like really amazing synthetic wigs. And I don't know if people know this, but you probably could make more money with men who appreciate long hair. I don't know. Just start a YouTube channel, show your long hair or something, and then like selling it. Why? You're really gonna make that much money selling your hair. You might make a little bit, but a lot of the time, I don't know. I can't understand why anybody would want to sell their hair. There's no good amount or reason really, because most of the time it's not like anybody ever got paid this large. Did they get paid a yearly salary for it? Like, did they get paid like, I don't know, $50,000, some extraneous amount of money? Because if it wasn't that much, was it worth it? That's just my question. I guess I can see like if you were in dire economic times, but I think, I don't know, you could do like, there's actually like people start YouTube channels, or you could even, I don't know, there's this international channel where they do paywall videos where you can sell videos of you with long hair rather than sell your hair, because I feel like people who really love long hair, they're not going to ask you to sell your hair. They're not going to get off on you cutting your hair. Like, I just like to share long hair, and I appreciate people who like long hair, not people who are like, "Ooh, are you going to cut it?" Like, and get all excited about a woman spending all this time to grow her hair long and then cut it for your gratification. It is abusive, okay? It's damaging to women. That I feel that there is this group of men who think that's okay. And I want to tell you why it's not okay. It was never okay, okay? It's not okay for you to think women should cut their hair for your gratification. If you think long hair is beautiful, that's cool. A lot of nice, just simple, happy men think that. And they're smart, but then there's this group of men, they kind of get off on the fantasy of a woman like having her hair cut or sell it. And to me, it's just so wrong. Like, it's really wrong. Like, would you like that if a woman was like, "Oh yeah, like you, my friend, man, should be in a porno video to make me a book"? Like, how would you feel about that if some women said, "Yeah, you should be in porn to make me some money"? Like, I can imagine a lot of men would not. They want to be happy. If some woman said that to them and said, "Yeah, you need to do that. You need to do that." Like, so, yeah, I'm so thinking that this group of people who think it's okay to ask them to sell their hair, to cut their hair, to get off on long hair cutting videos that have a bit of a fantasy violence element to them, it is disgusting to me. Like, I have a fire for that, and I will tell you, it is cruel, it is weird, it's not respectful. Do you know in the comments of YouTube it says show respect? Like, if you go to somebody's video and you're kind of like fantasizing about how they should cut their hair, you kind of aren't like listening to YouTube guidelines. I'm not your mother. I'm not going to tell you how to behave. But yeah, it's weird. If you like long hair, you wouldn't want a woman to cut her hair. You wouldn't want her to, like, you wouldn't get off on her cutting her. If someone wants to cut their hair, that's fine. On the other end of the spectrum, I don't like people who harass women that truly want to cut their hair. But it's just as bad when you're some guy coming to somebody's video like saying cut hair, sell hair. And it's okay, that's the last I'm going to say about that. But no, I'm not going to sell my hair. And yes, in 2019, synthetic wigs are amazing enough that nobody actually has to sell their hair, okay? You don't have to. Like, there are people that wear synthetic wigs that look amazing, okay? Technology is pretty legit on this sort of thing. Maybe you didn't know. And as a vegan, I don't like the idea that humans are being asked to sell their hair, because humans are animals too. I don't like it, okay? I think it's creepy. If you want to do it, For your own spiritual reasons, then do that. But don't ever ask a woman, like, is she gonna sell her hair? Like, really? Oh. Ew. You know? So I'm just gonna braid my hair. I'm not selling my hair. Just for anybody that's worried about that, no. That's not my intention. I'm not gonna make any more videos or even respond to any more comments of this nature. If people can't figure out what kind of a channel I have over here, I'm just gonna delete such comments in the future, because this is my channel and I have a vision for this channel being a happy, like, place where people can share enjoying the beauty of long hair and feeling safe in doing so, and not being like, oh my god. Yeah, no. It's disgusting. I just don't like it. Like the whole hair cutting thing fetish. Because, look, why don't you cut? This is the thing I don't get about the people with the long hair cutting fetish. Why don't they grow their hair long and cut their hair off if it excites them so much? I think that's a great idea for you guys. If you have a long hair cutting fetish, which, by the way, has perpetuated street violence against women for centuries, this is a thing because I was curious about it and I looked it up. And there are men that do this to women. Like, there's stories about it in the 1800s even, where men would run up behind women and cut off their ponytails or cut off their buns and take them home as like mementos and trophies. And it's a form of fantasy violence, and to me it sounds like gateway violence in a way, because that's how a lot of predators start. They start out attacking women and then they build up to killing them. And I'm very scared about any man who wants to act out fantasy violence thinking a woman should have a haircut. It scares me, okay? There is an element that is very unhealthy with that. And I am speaking out lately about unhealthy behaviors, because, you know, I am libertarian. I'm like, do you, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. But once you start going into this arena where you're expressing ideas or thoughts that could hurt another person, you're doing harm, you know? Just to assume somebody wants something that you want is not right. So people can find places where, I mean, if you really think that somebody selling their hair to you is exciting, or getting a haircut is really exciting and that's just your thing, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of like-minded individuals in the world that have a forum or a blog or something where you can go hang out with those people. I'm not one of those people, so that's the last I have to say about that. I also just want to let women know in other countries that if they donate their hair to a temple, that Westerners are profiting off of it. You need to know that. They're making a big time profit off you. If you're okay with that and it's part of your faith, you should just continue to do that. But hey, there's a big market for it. Maybe you should just sell the hair yourself. I don't know. You're gonna go to the temple anyway. And yeah, it's a very big profit industry, and it bothers me a bit. Sorry that I don't just roll with the punches and go along and say, oh, that's okay. That's okay that people are being exploited. You're fine. No, I don't go along with it. I'm sorry. I have a bit of a conscience. I'm not going to just go along and say, that's okay. It's not okay. Like, it's okay to love long hair. Long hair is pretty. It's okay if you want to cut your hair too. That's your choice. But what's not okay is this perpetuation of the fantasy that women should cut their hair for the gratification of you. That, I think, I'm going to be really straight up legit with you. If you are somebody like that, who's having that sort of thought or issue towards women, maybe, and I don't even recommend this too much, I think maybe you need to go to therapy, because there is an underlying issue. Like, if like, I don't know how deep it goes, but there have been, because I get really fascinated by certain things, and I research it, and I do see that there's videos like that on YouTube that promote this sort of thing. And yes, I know everybody was a willing participant and nobody like was against their will, but just the idea that it's kind of inclined, just the thought behind it, it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I don't know. And think about this too, like, is that really something that you think is worthwhile? Like, you really want somebody to grow their hair so they can cut it to excite you? Wouldn't long hair just being pretty and a hairdo be more exciting? Like, think about it. Like, use your little noggins and think. And you have two options. You can go buy a synthetic wig and cut it. You could buy a mannequin and you could cut the hair on that, okay? Or, if you're obsessed with wigs, just go buy one and style one. There's a lot of hairstylists on YouTube that do such things. You can even make your own wig. Who would have thought? But yeah, nobody should have to donate their hair unless they really want to. It's not required. It's not something that actually, because yeah, you don't have to do it unless you really want to do it. It should be a very big personal choice that you feel is something very deep within you. It's not something I want to do. I like having long hair. It's been a choice for me to grow my hair long. I think that's fun. I'm not interested in like cutting my hair. If you want to cut your hair, that's great. Do what makes you happy. But yeah, I think I want to do some more, and I haven't planned out how to do this as of yet, but just some more videos where I talk about like hair issues. And, like, a lot of people, they're the hair tutorial people, but I'm more just like talking about boundaries, social issues, and like just what's healthy, things like that. Like, I feel like that's more something I'm not an expert, and Sam is an expert, but just I feel like those are things we need to think about more. And maybe sometimes on the internet our boundaries are blurred, or just in modern society our boundaries are blurred, and we think it's okay to just ask anything of anyone, and we don't really stop and think, is that okay? Is that okay to ask someone that? Is that something they want? Look, okay, here's the thing. If somebody's not telling you that they want to do something, if somebody doesn't have a video up saying, I want to cut my hair, chances are they're not thinking about that. It's just kind of common sense. You know? Is common sense common anymore? I don't know. Yes, no, and maybe. Anyway, that's the last time I'm going to kind of talk about this topic, because I've talked about it before, and I don't think that's everybody, by the way. I think it's just a small number of people liking long hair that seem to think this is an exciting thing, although it's not. I don't really understand like how it's exciting to think that somebody should cut their hair long, and it's kind of like the analogy I made earlier. Like, if you think that's exciting, how would you feel about a woman saying, yeah man, you should be in a porno movie? Like, I just like, really? I mean, come on, really? It's weird. Like, don't tell people that they should cut their hair for your gratification. Don't fantasize about that. Maybe go talk to a therapist if you're having a fantasy that somebody should be cutting their hair to make you feel excited. Like, I mean, it's one thing to love long hair, to enjoy long hair. That's different, okay? That's a preference. There's nothing wrong with having preferences. But there is something wrong with thinking that somebody needs to do something to their body to make you excited. That is where I like that, where they need to, like, things need to be mutual. If people want that, then they need to form some sort of community where two consenting adults are okay with that. And I'm not okay with that. And a lot of people aren't. And it's a big blurred boundary when somebody thinks it's okay to just ask any random person, are they selling their hair? It's a big blurred boundary. Boundaries, they're good. They help you respect other people. They promote healthy dialogue. It's just something that I think we've forgotten about. You know, you need to have some boundaries. You can't just do anything you want under the sun. I mean, you can do what you want to an extent as long as you're not hurting someone else. When you start doing and saying things that harm someone else, that's when it becomes a problem. Your rights end where another person's begins. You what you think is best. No. And I'm not talking about people that cut their hair for cultural or religious reasons. That is something different because that's a cultural practice. I kind of worry about those women, like, are they okay or do they know? Like, the Westerners profit off them, and a lot of these women are vulnerable and they don't make a lot of money, and I feel like they should have a bigger piece of that pie. Like, that is something that, yeah, does bother me somewhat, but that's another story. So, I'm going to talk more about long hair issues as time moves on. Thanks for watching.